Okay, hello viewers. Welcome to Spoon TV. We are live here at the legislature. We have in our company Mr. Charles Brown. He's the head of the Senate Legislative Staff Association. Mr. Brown, welcome to this interview.
Thank you, Haji, for a 40-minute opportunity to speak to this Spoon Talk. We just from a mass meeting at UNIX, and the staff decided that based on the communication in our possession, with a mandate from the President of the Republic of Liberia, Ambassador Josh Emmanuel, we are calling on the legislature beginning the 15th, which is next Monday, to the 13th of September to come back and perform some national duty. And across, when you call a lawmaker by meaning the entire staffers of the legislature must come back to work as per the Constitution. So we as staffers today decided that looking at the way the Capitol building looks in terms of maintenance, we met and reached a decision that on Wednesday, all staffers should return to give the Capitol building a facelift. You look at the grass, you look at the plastic bags all around here. This place cannot be like this, and our lawmaker return, meaning including ourselves. So we have decided, we reached a decision today that on Wednesday, day after tomorrow, the female will be coming with tassel or towels, and we the men will be coming with our own show, our own weapons, to see how we can give a massive cleaning up campaign, what we can do, a massive cleaning up campaign to give a facelift to the Capitol building.
This is the first time, if I can recall, for Charles Brown and his corps of officers to be too happy when the president is calling the legislature back, to session. Now I can see the smile on all of you faces, and you are talking about working here. This is the first time. What's the secret behind that?
And we don't see any secret from the section of President Weah. This is the first official document in our possession of the president calling the legislature back. All along, when we come, we work, at the end of the day, the lawmakers can say they call themselves back. And there have been no communication to disprove whether they call themselves back or the president called them back. This is the first official communication that is in our possession, that is in the public glare. This communication should not be a buku man. This communication is not for few people. This communication is a public document. Like I said, the communication is in our possession, indicating that the president have called the national legislature back. And this communication is addressed to the speaker, the head of the national legislature. So with what is indicated in the letter, it simplifies that the president is not only calling lawmakers, the president is calling those that can clean the desks, those that can put the computer on, those that are serving as secretary in the communication department. So we are in jubilant move to adhere to the president mandate as per the Constitution. Because this call is constitutional.
All along, when the legislature come back, from break on a special session, the staffers always, talk about, extra pay, because the entire legislature, come back. But this time around, I understand that you'll also be advocating for, extra pay.
That is not our call. Like I said, all along, when there are pronouncements that we come back, at the end of the day, our bosses always been telling us that they call themselves back, meaning indicating that when they call themselves back, no pay. So what's the question of, and no evidence? But today we got document in our possession indicating that it is the president that called them back. And by Constitution, when somebody is on their official brain, you call them to come and do something called overtime. Our expectation is the president will pay. So this time, there is nothing called calling themselves back. It is the president that calling the legislature back. So we are happy because we are happy on the basis of expectation. We might expect that we'll get something extra from our normal salary, and school is about to open. So when we talk about cleaning up the Capitol building for the legislature to return, including us on Monday, all of the staffers here are happy because you know that when the president called us back constitutionally, Taylor time. We used to see when Taylor called the legislature back, they will bring the money in the car, they kind of open the boxes here, they share it on senator, representing the staffers. So early time, similar thing. It is now our first time doing cleaning up campaign before the closure of their constitutional break. Before they took their break, we did a joint cleaning up that gave a facelift to the Capitol building. All of the painting you see around here were done by the staffers. The major cleaning up campaign was done by the staffers. So, but with the letter in our possession, we must adhere to the president mandate, and he's the president, he's the father of the country. So if you listen to the interview, looking at the letter that is in our possession, any other constitutional provision attached, in terms of payment benefits to the legislature, he should also include the staff because we're all coming back to work.
Of work you'll be doing? What are some of the work you'll be doing on ground here?
In terms of the cleanup campaign, we're going to brush the yard. You see the yard. You see how the yard have upgrowing for the past 2 weeks since the legislature took their break.
Will you only concentrate on the Senate wing, or you clean the entire legislature?
For now, it's about the Senate wing because you know the staff was here. We are divided. You got the House of Representatives, you got the Senate. So all of our cleaning up campaign today being discussed is about the Senate side. We will clean the yard of the Senate. We're going in the various bathrooms. We'll clean the bathroom. We'll wash the entire building. We'll do some cleaning up on the wall. We're going to make sure do complete cleaning up in the Capitol building. We delay here not only because of extra section. We delay here before the closure of the legislature. So what we are saying with the letter in our possession, we currently asking the president. We currently asking the leadership of the Liberian Senate because they've been doing it. They've gone 26. We want to applaud the leadership of the Liberian Senate True Senator Abbott teacher who taught on us to get each other a bags of rights. And we took those rights to our respective families up to today. We still of us take our rest in our home. We want to say thank you to the leadership of the Liberian Senate. This leadership taught on us for one extra section. They gave us 60% of our salary. We also want to say thank you to them. With the letter in our possession, I can assure you that once the president call the legislature back, I'll allow the Senate, I speak for the Senate side. I can assure you that once the president call the legislature back, I'll allow the Liberian Senate, we're all going to receive our benefits. It's no fear, it's no threat. We're only having this interview with you to tell you the level of initiative that the Staff Association have decided to take. Like we've been saying in the past, the Staff Association have graduated from protest, but now to engagement. So we'll be engaging our senator constructively. And one of the engagement is to join the maintenance department to get the Capitol building and allow the Senate side if it be fitting fist lift for the extra session called by the Liberian President George Manneh.
Before I take leave of you, is there anything you want to say? Maybe I didn't ask you in this interview.
Yeah, we just want to call on the President of the Republic of Liberia that since President George Manneh took over this country, and who decided that you are going to prioritize Silver 7 low income and not. But we're interested to know that since President took this country to today, this is the 5th year. There have been no day that President we have increased our salary, but he still cut our salary. Let's look at the issue of Madam Sally. Madam Sally took this country, brother, at the low when Silver 7 were making $800 Liberian dollars, $700 Liberian dollars. She built up those salary increment annual measures here up to 18, 19,000. The poor regime came with the advice of the poor economic management head called Samuel Tuer, came and reduced our salary called harmonization. Today, our very homes are suffering from the actions of Samuel Tuer. So we at the level of the Silver 7 have decided we'll be holding series of meetings, doing the annual measure. We're going to come here in numbers with our placard, demanding the president for increment. If George Weah will not get up increment, we're going to lead the campaign Silver 7 against George Weah re-election because the Silver 7 under George Weah.
That is a new movement you are funding.
Yes.
Challenge.
Yeah, the Silver 7 under George Weah regime. What can we boast of? What can we depend on to say we're voting for George Weah the second term? Why have been George Weah impact on the life of the Silver 7? So we've been meeting from line ministries and agencies. All of the Silver 7 have decided to form a new association where I am the new chairman, the IT chairman, Silver 7 Association against the re-election of George Weah on the basis of George Weah not looking, not putting interest, not prioritizing Silver 7 in this country. Silver 7 are the least earner in this country right now.
You think if the president work on policy to improve Silver 7 salary, will that group be dissolved immediately?
Why would a group be dissolved when we'll be looking at it as a political influence, meaning he want us to vote for him? Then at the end of the day, he get an increment, we'll vote for him, then he come by and institute another actions of harmonization again. That will even take all of our salary away. And the fear is we don't have anything to depend on the vote for President Weah because we'll be voting for him in fear. What happens if we vote for him in term more tyrannic than ever before? Because the Constitution provides 2 terms. Why President we are not going back for another term? He will not be coming to the Liberian for anything. Then we go and vote for him the second term, and he takes power, and months he can pay us. So George Weah re-election is a critical point. Nobody should fool him. Nobody should enthuse him that he can easily win election after marginalizing, after bringing the Silver 7 into destitution. All of George Weah's budget, what have been $1 increment for Silver 7? Today, we take pay at the end of every month. You see massive deduction in our salary. 3,000, 4,000 people losing it on the basis of a strategy being put in place by the Ministry of Finance, held by Samuel D12. So we are calling on President Weah. The next annual measures, you will see massive 7 calling on the president to increase our salary or put our Liberian salary back. Man, said it days we're making 2 salaries. We're having our allowance, our description of the legitimate salary was the Liberian component. Today, we're interested to know that the entire Liberian salary have been taken off from our salary. Even the allowances now that we're receiving, we see massive deduction. So what can the Civil Servant depend on to vote for George Weah the second term? I'm saying I am the Civil Servant chairman against George Weah re-election. If President Weah would not look at Civil Servant, the 80 to 75,000 Civil Servant will not going to vote for President Weah. Why you think we'll be voting for President Weah? You doing the interview. Tell me why the Civil Servant will vote President Weah second term. There is nothing that we can depend on to vote President Weah second term. So President Weah should not underestimate the strength of the Civil Servant. If President Weah want to be re-elected, even if George Weah get an increment next year, it's questionable. So meaning George Weah be getting an increment in the 6th year because he won our vote. So it's possible that we can increase our salary and will not vote for him.
But why you fronting for a salary increment? If that happens now, I ask you whether your group will be dissolved. You said no. Then why are you fronting?
No, the group will not be dissolved. The reason the group will not be dissolved because there's a fear in the increment. President Weah could get 12%, 15%, 13% increment, and the federal with taxes. Look at the tax rate now. As a Civil Servant in the Liberian Senate, my tax deduction of income tax is $92. Social Security, what President Ellen Johnson said, was taking 4%, which is $400 Liberian. Today, I'm paying $168 for Social Security. Even when people retire, they don't get their benefit from Social Security. No explanation about Social Security policy and benefit. Then people just deducting taxes and randomly. So President Weah, who said with the mindset of Samuel 2 and other pricing to say, let's get a Civil Servant increment of 12%, for example, 15% on the basis of for George Weah to be re-elected. Then at the end of the day, they put hard taxes on the same 12%, and nothing will benefit. Don't go vote for him for the second term where he's not coming back to us. So George Weah re-elected will not be an easy thing. Trust me. We're going to mobilize the Civil Servant to see that President Weah, in the first 6 years, the Civil Servant benefit anything. They're going to the end of the 6th year. Then George Weah come and also gonna draconian, also gonna corny increment. Then we all go stand to vote for him. Where in the Constitution, the 2 10 George Weah will not be asking for anything. It's questionable. A re-election will be questionable. It will come under serious criticism, and I can assure you that President Weah annual measures next year, we will govern now the support of the Civil Servant. We'll move here and call on this president to either restore our Liberian component that were being harmonized by this government, or get our increment equivalent to our Liberian that were being cut by this government.
Charlie, I'd like to tell you thank you for this special interview as a legislature return. On Monday, we are hearing and we have letter in our possession of the president calling the legislature back. You as a staffer of the legislature and head of the staffer association at the Liberian Senate here, and you convened a meeting not too long, telling your fellow staffers to come in mass on Wednesday to give the place a facelift. We just want to recap on this, and we have to tell you thank you for this special interview.
Thank you.
Okay, his name is Charles Brown. He's the chairman of the Senate Staffer Association here. And I've been Haji Masaleh. As you heard in the interview, we also saw a letter from the signed by the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, calling the legislature back to business as the country faces some pressing national issues. So there you see the speaker is here today on Monday, though the legislature has closed, but the lawmakers can still work from their offices here or from the district offices. But the speaker is here also. Then you can see the pro tem. The pro tem is also here. So I believe, if I can insinuate, there are some work going on ahead of the return of the legislature on Monday. Again, my name is Haji Masaleh. say thanks so much for watching this live.